Hello, Gemini. Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, Gemini. How are you? I hope you're well. Sorry if I sound a little stuffy. I just got in from a walk and I have allergies. And so spring has been lovely, but I'm feeling a little stuffy. So I have a couple of decks here, Gemini, and we've got the Journey's Soul Oracle, and we've got the Kipper. We're going to look at both of those today. If you've been here before, Gemini, you know that how I read already. I do throw the decks down for the overall energy for the week ahead. I'm always reading for the week ahead, whether you get this today, tomorrow, or next year. I'm always reading for the week ahead, Gemini. So if you've never been here before, that's how it goes down over here. And Gemini, if you've not been here before and you're interested in staying, please hit that subscription button down in the bottom right hand corner of this little square where I live. And if you're the Gemini that keeps coming back, I appreciate you so much. All right, here we go. Let's find out what Soul's Journey Oracle has to say about Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Gemini. Okay, got ones that have fallen out here. We've got freedom, Gemini. We've got pride. And we've got discipline. Bottom of the deck says humor. So freedom says, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. And it's the truth, right? It feels like you're supposed to give yourself permission to finally be free and create your own happiness here. We do have pride. It says, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Look, they always say pride comes before the fall, but look, there's a good kind of pride, and that's feeling proud about yourself. I feel like you have, that you're feeling proud of yourself because you are no longer judging. So if you see yourself in everyone, that means you're giving everyone around you a break, right? Because you know that you're imperfect, you know that they're imperfect. And so when you see yourself in everyone and you do love yourself, that means you're also going to love another. It really does feel like freedom. We've got discipline. It says, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Well, I don't know if there isn't a Gemini out there that can't do that. It's all the ones that matches all the ones that I've ever met. So I feel like there's a certain amount of freedom that's coming in the week ahead. It's like you're letting yourself off the hook for something here, Gemini. There's something here that you're seeing or something here that you're understanding. Maybe you're getting some downloads, but we've got some deep purple here, which is the violet color, which is the third eye. We've also got some yellow here. We've got some green here. It feels like there is some sort of realizations that are going on for you in the week ahead. And it feels like you have realized that it's like you've given yourself the freedom to realize that I can actually be happy, and it doesn't depend on what's going on out there. Like it doesn't mean that I have to reach for something out there to bring it inside in order to be happy. I feel like you've given yourself the freedom to be able to be happy regardless. We've got humor on the bottom here. It says, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. And so some people will call that toxic positivity. I don't think it is. I feel like you got to fake it till you make it. It's the truth. You got to fake it till you make it. And so I feel like there might be somebody here who is feeling like I'm just trying to look at the good things in life rather than the hard things in life. And that's how it starts, because that will cultivate gratitude within you, and that really is the beginning of it all. So let's find out about freedom. You possess the power and the free will to create your own happiness. This is a realization that I feel like you're having in the week ahead, that you are going to stop depending on external factors to make you happy. The new purse, the new shoes, the new car, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the person who's flirting with you, being glad that somebody swiped one way on you on an app. I feel like you are now cultivating this inward happiness because of something that your eye has opened up to. I'm talking about your third eye. We do have great fortune. So it does feel like someone is feeling like possibly the things that went on back there happened for a good reason. Happened so they could propel you into this place of great fortune. I always look at this little basket here, and the basket that the person is pouring out, it's pouring out flowers and butterflies. So it feels like there has been some sort of transformation here that's making you really happy. It's making you feel free, or maybe freedom isn't the right word. Maybe it's lighter. It feels like you are feeling freer though. So we have pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. All right. Tell me about pride, please. For Gemini. Oh, what's this? We've got a gift. Okay, so this really is a gift. You know, the ability to be able to love yourself, first of all, is huge, because there is not enough people who love themselves. And being able to transfer that in a conversation or when you're with a person, no matter what their status is, no matter where they are in life, even if it's not where you are, it says, and I see myself in everyone. So that's when you stop judging other people. And so I feel like there's some sort of an awakening going on for you here, that you've realized that life is a gift. Great fortune is a great gift. And that in loving yourself, it allows you to deepen your understanding of love so you can give love to others. Tell me about discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So this feels like it's a disciplined thought pattern, I want to say, for you, Gemini. We do have the false person. Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. I feel like you now have a discernment, Gemini. It's like your bullshit meter has gotten really, really good. I want to say it's like you have this discernment of who's not for you and who is for you. And the blueprint for that is really loving yourself first. Because when you love yourself, you will treat yourself differently than if you don't have love for yourself. And so now you're starting, the bullshit detectors going off. You start to see the false people as they start to come at you because you've had discipline in this love of self. Oh, I really like that. You're making me go deep today. We've got the Lovers. We've got expectation. So for some of you, you could be expecting somebody to show up, to call you, to start something new with you, possibly someone that you have great feelings for. Maybe you're expecting a message. Be careful with the expectation. I always say that whenever I see card number 28, because it is the beginning of something. 2 and 8 is 10, breaks down to a 1, right? The beginning of a new cycle. But the expectation is, if you're expecting the message, expecting someone to call you or text you and they don't, that puts you in a tailspin. So just remember your worth, right? We do have the Lovers here. I'm just going to leave that right here. If it comes up again, we'll talk about it. All right. Tell me about Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Gemini, if you're interested in a private read, please know that if you look in the pinned comment, you will see a link to Hipsy. If you have already booked with me and you do have a username and password for Wizio, it does work on the Hipsy site. They are sister sites. So I'm just offering a few more different types of services. And I will be expanding services there as well. You'll be able to get a hold of me in different ways. Tell me about freedom for Gemini, please. Tell me about freedom. Freedom from the devil. Well, isn't that interesting, right? I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. So I feel like freedom from what other people think of you. Freedom of codependency. Freedom from fear or doubt about the self, I feel. It feels like that maybe somebody had been in some type of a spiral, feeling like not enough, right? Because really that's what the devil would be, right? The devil would have you think that you're not enough, you're not doing enough, that you're not thin enough, you're not smart enough, you're not beautiful enough. And, fear is a liar, right? The devil is a liar. So we have freedom. And so I feel like you're getting freedom from the devil here. We'll go back and we'll clarify, of course. Tell me more. Tell me about pride. The gift of loving yourself. Oh, I love it. There we go. 10 of Cups. So when, you can be a better mother, you can be a better father, you can be a better friend, you can be a better sister or brother when you do have love for yourself. Because look, then you start treating everyone as though they have the same worth as you do. You start treating them better because you are treating yourself better. And I think this is a really big gift. That something that you're going to realize. I'm looking at this gift is here, but I'm also looking at the little shining, it's a little, I guess, a glisten or a glint that's coming off of the gift. And it feels like it's almost like a realization. It's like I didn't see it there before, and now I see it here. So I feel like this energy of pride and your ability to be able to love yourself enough to treat everyone else around you better, it feels like it is a gift for you here. It gives you this, it puts you in this place of the ultimate apex of happiness. When you're happy and you treat everyone well, everyone around you is happy. And then it just is a beautiful cycle or circle. Tell me about discipline, please. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. We have the 10 of Wands in the reverse. So I think that you're over it. I think what you're over is carrying around other people's burdens, I want to say. I feel like this is something that you've been practicing over and over, and it's these people. It's the false people here. The ones who show up in your life to hope that you will do something for them, carry around their burdens. Look, I always say that this is somebody who just will not stop being a psychologist for their friend. Send your friend to a psychologist, Gemini, instead of them sitting down with you and getting you to work out their issues for them. It's the false people, right? The people who can't be without the mask, the people who are hiding behind the fans, the job, the car, the house, right? People, it feels like you have gone through the hard work of having the discipline to love the self, and this is giving you freedom, and there's no reason why you can't let go of this Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is in the reverse, and when it's in the reverse, it's almost like a little bit of martyrdom, or it's like, I just can't let go, because if I let go of their issues, their problems, then maybe they're not going to want me around anymore. And I think you're absolutely correct about that. But the false person here, false people will do it. They will try and get whatever they can out of you. But I think that by the time somebody here, false person, shows up, that I feel like you've already set your mind to, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So I feel like you'll be kindly sending them on their way. And that's what it feels like. Oh, well, isn't that interesting? Look, like you got 8. 1 and 7 is 8. 2 and 6 is 8. We've got 8, 8, 8. This is abundance. This is your time. Like, this is really a very special, like I don't often see the 8s come up together. Often I don't see the 7s or the 8s. And so the 8s are about the self, about you having put hard work into yourself. Bravo to you. It's about blessings and abundance. I feel like you've broken through some sort of a wall, or maybe into a new vibration. That's what it feels like. Tell me about the devil, please. What do we need to know about the devil energy? Freedom from the devil. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. We've got the Page of Pentacles, and we've got the Ace of Cups. So I really do feel that this Ace of Cups has something to do with the Great Fortune. I think that the freedom here, the freedom to be happy, is what the Ace of Cups is representing here. I feel as though you are at the beginning of this, but I feel like you're really dedicated to it, because discipline is here, and so is the Page of Pentacles. We all start out as a Page of Pentacles. Some of us end up at the King of Pentacles, right? It's a lot of hard, arduous work to go through those ranks, right? But we do have the Queen of Pentacles here as well. So it does feel like, I feel like you have pulled away, or maybe you've just disconnected from this spiral, I'm going to say, or this cycle. It feels like an obsessive cycle about looking at things from the wrong side, like noticing things that are not making you happy. I feel like what you're doing now is you're flipping it and you're noticing things that do make you happy. You're noticing the great fortune that is around you, Gemini. And I feel like it's taking you to a place of the Ace of Cups. So this new path that opens up, and when the new path opens up with the Ace of Cups, it's overflowing with happiness and love, right? And so it does feel like somebody here is really broken away from some sort of a negative thought pattern, or a negative pattern that was holding you back with your finances, holding you back in your energy, because the devil is here and the Queen of Pentacles is here, but it feels like you've been been allowing the devil to hold you back from your abundance, is what it feels like, whether that's energetic or financially or emotionally, whatever it is here. So I think it's a negative thought pattern, is what I want to call the devil. Feels like a negative thought pattern here. Tell me about the Ten of Cups. We've got pride and a gift, and the gift is loving yourself enough to be able to love others. We've got the Three of Swords, we've got the King of Pentacles, and we have the Hanged Man. So it does feel like for a time you are probably in this place of pause, trying to get a perspective on, look, how do I do that? How do I love myself? Because it feels like here that, when it says I love myself, it feels like in order to see everybody with love, you have to love yourself first. So I feel like it came down to a perspective. Maybe there is some things that you had to sacrifice. They could be monetary things. They could be energetic things. We do have the Three of Swords, which you basically what you had to release or sacrifice was this broken energy. So heartbreak or disappointment. It does feel like you go from this place of heartbreak or disappointment through the King of Pentacles, realizing your abundance. And the King of Pentacles is wealthy, but really can be a wealth of anything, because the king isn't only about money. The King of Pentacles is about stability and about being able to settle yourself somewhere, being confident and secure in who you are, not only your finances. This person's also someone who's teaching others how to take care of their finances, take care of themselves, take care of their health. And so I feel like this 10 of Cups here, this feels like a huge breakthrough, Gemini. It feels like with this 10 of Cups here, it does feel like what you've decided you're going to sacrifice in lieu of being in the Three of Swords. I think you've decided, I need to be in the King of Pentacles. I need to fake it till I make it. I need to think abundant. I need to think that I am the King of Pentacles. I need to think energetically on a higher level. And I feel like eventually what you do is you end up sacrificing the things that aren't working for you. And I think the Three of Swords is one of those things. It feels like when you become happy and joyous, other people around you do as well. Tell me about the 10 of Wands in the reverse, please. We've got discipline. I can accomplish what I put my mind to. I don't think you're carrying around anybody's burdens anymore. And I think that you see the false person coming, or the false people. Yeah, it feels like there's a group of people here. We've got the Three of Pentacles. We've got the Two of Swords and the Moon energy. There's people here you do not trust. And think about this, right? People here, and this happens sometimes in the awakening, right? In the awakening journey. If you've been through it, tell me in the comments, because this is what happened to me, and this is part of the awakening journey. When your third eye finally opens, and then you see the carnage that you caused by hanging out with the wrong people, trusting the wrong people, getting the information or advice from the wrong people. And this feels like a bit of an awakening, is what it feels like, because the 10 of Wands is in the reverse. And although you're very heavily weighed down with things, they aren't yours to carry. And I think you come to a realization that they never were yours to carry, but in order to stay in the friend group, in the community, in the network, in order to stay connected to people, you thought you had to carry around their burdens for them. The Two of Swords is here with the Moon energy. I feel like you refused to see the situation, and the Moon energy is telling me things felt off. It didn't feel like it was supposed to be like these people were my friends, or that they were cooperating or collaborating. It felt like there was maybe this energy of that you felt like you had to do it in order to stay in the group of people. I feel like what you're doing with the Two of Swords and the Moon energy is, I feel like you were refusing to look at it, but I feel now that what you're doing is you're feeling your way through it. So we have the Two of Swords, and this is about making decisions. And I feel like you're going to be making decisions by going this way or that way, or you're going to make decisions to not see things or not look at things with your eyes, but rather feel them out. And I think that's where the Moon energy comes in. So I feel like now you're aware, because I feel like you're coming through some sort of an awakening, or passing through some door, or busting through some sort of wall, or into a new vibration, where now you're realizing that the reason I didn't see it and I'm still carrying it around is because, that's the reason that I'm still carrying it around, is because I didn't see it. But it feels like the Moon energy was here. You felt it, but you didn't see it. So I feel like you're going to see these false people showing up here, or you're going to look around you in this group that you're in, this group of people, social situations, and you're starting to see the masks falling. I had a client once say to me as I was doing a reading, this person said to me, why does everybody that I've been around for so long, like the people in the workplace, the people, my friends, they look fake? Why do I know when they're being fake and I'm not saying anything about it? It's because your third eye is open. And when your third eye opens and you start to see things with greater clarity, you start to recognize who the false people are. So I just want to clarify this here to see what's going on. We do have the Wheel of Fortune. Look, it's your destiny. It's time for you to see it. And it's so you can move forward. It's so you can move into a more fortunate place in your life. It feels like it took you a really long time to get here. But once you get here, you realize that it is expansion that that you're looking at. You're looking at expansion. You're looking at change. I feel like you're changing your mind. I feel like you're changing your energy. We do have the Eight of Cups. Yeah. And then we have the Queen of Wands. So look, Gemini, I feel like in the week ahead, you're making bold moves. It feels like with the Eight of Cups, you're disconnecting from people because you've realized that they've been connected to the devil, or they've been holding you back, or it's been a codependent energy. And that actually these people who are in your group, in your network, the people at work, the ones that you thought were your besties, that those people are actually the ones who were using you for their own benefit, to carry around their burdens, to be, their soundboard or the person that they could complain to. It feels like you're about to make some sort of a really big, bold move, and that bold move is to disconnect from anything that no longer serves you. And it feels like the Wheel of Fortune is here to push you forward. It's time for you to change. It's time for you to move into a different place in your life. I think you're changing vibrations. We have the Empress here with the Three of Cups. You need to go into a happier place in your life. I feel like you were connected to people who weren't being real in their own life. And so that encouraged you to stay in the moon energy, but it didn't make you feel good, right? It didn't make you feel good. Some of you could have a Piscean or a Cancer, possibly placements. It's a vibrational thing. And so this person on the Two of Swords has their eyes covered and they're feeling things out, water behind them, right? And so I feel like you're feeling it out, and you're looking at moving to a place where you're going to be lighter. And I feel like it's going to mean that some of these people are going to drop off. So we do have humor. And it says, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. I just want to look at this for a second here. It's sort of looking at me like, what are we doing about this, else? Because it feels like there is a message here that's coming. That you've been expecting, and it could be from somebody that, you could already be in a relationship with this person, or maybe you're not. I don't know. You can decide that. I'm not sure. But this, we've got the Lovers, that you're expecting some sort of a new beginning or a new cycle, or maybe a communication coming from somebody here. Tell me about this for Gemini. We've got the Hermit energy. It's someone you haven't spoken to in a while that you do have a lot of feelings with. It feels like there's been an ending with somebody here, a very painful ending, a painful emotional ending. And I think that you're either hoping that you hear from them, or feeling like there is a message coming from them. For some of you, it's going to be a transformational message that comes. So when the message does arrive, it's going to be quite transformational. For others of you, you're waiting on this and it's not arriving. So it feels like this message here that somebody is expecting from the Lover possibly is not showing up. I don't feel that it is. It feels like something here is really over. The pain is over. It feels like that this person, if you haven't spoken to them in a while and you still have feelings about them, Gemini, I feel like they're not coming through with any sort of message. Feels like it's been off and on with them, though. We've got the Four of Wands. Yeah, there is the Four of Wands and the Nine of Swords. It feels like here you've kind of realized that things are not working out the way you wanted them to. So I'm sorry to tell you that, but there is somebody who needed that message. I'm just going to leave it right there. Thank you, Gemini, for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but I will be back because I'm always back, Gemini. I can't stay away from you that long. You guys take care. I'll be back. Bye-bye.